everyone, welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I'm Anuradha, and today in this session I'm going to give you the answers and their explanations for CDS 1 2020 English section, and the questions are from the ordering of words in a sentence, right? And I'm following the set A of CDS 1 2020 English question paper. So the questions that we're going to solve today from ordering of words in a sentence section will be from question number 21 to 30 in set A. Okay, so before going on to solve the questions, I want to tell you what we at SSB Crack Exams provide to you. We aim to provide a one-stop solution to the aspirants preparing for not only the CDS exam but also for other defense competitive examinations like AFCAT, NDA, Territorial Army, INET, and so on. So you can just take a look at the courses which is provided by us, and you can buy them by just visiting our website ssbcrackexams.com, and don't forget to use the code WARRIOR10 while you are buying our courses for an extra 10% discount on all of them. And you can also follow us on our YouTube channel SSB Crack Exams and on the Instagram page that we have with the same name, and you can also visit our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. Not only that, now you can also download the mobile app from the Google Play Store by just typing SSB Crack Exams and the search box, right? So now we will come back again to the point that we were talking about, the solving of the questions from CDS 1 2020 English paper, questions from ordering of words in a sentence. So before we start solving, let's look into the directions, the instructions, and it is important for all of you to read the directions before you start solving. So each of the following items in this section consists of a sentence, parts of which have been jumbled. These parts have been labeled as P, Q, R, and S. Given below each sentence are four sequences, namely A, B, C, and D. You are required to rearrange the jumbled parts of the sentence and mark your response accordingly. Basically, it's a very scoring and easy section if you are well acquainted with the sentence construction and the structure of the words in a sentence, all right? So if you are not very sure about, and if you're not, if you're confused about the orders of words, the rules that you should follow in order to construct a sentence, you can just refer to my lecture on the ssbcrackexams.com, and you can subscribe to the courses, and you can see the lecture, you can follow the lecture, and you can get all the information for you to solve the questions from this particular section. Right, so we will start with the first question here. So this is the parts of the sentence which has been jumbled up, and so you can see the combinations here. You will not have to look directly into the combinations. First, try to look into the parts of the sentence and try to, arrange them accordingly, okay? So for long and will continue to be the same. You have to eliminate these two options because these will not be used as the subject of a sentence. So either Q or S should have been the subject of the sentence. Now, if you are taking S as the subject of the sentence, let's start. Agriculture has been the backbone of India for long and will continue to be the same. You see, this is a very correctly formed sentence. So the combination is S, Q, P, R, and this is in option B. So option B is our answer. Okay. Next sentence. So this is again a sentence jumbled up. We will start with not is generally driven by. So S cannot be because is a verb and a sentence does not start with a verb here. We will start with public policy making. Let's take it, okay? Public policy making agenda in any country is generally driven by the cry of general public, okay, is affected by the cry of general public. So the combination, the right sentence is then RQSP, and this is the first option here, option A. Your answer is therefore option A here. Next sentence. We cannot again start the sentence with before it starts or of the government is. It should be either R or S. So let's start with the essential power only. The essential power of the government is the power to manage conflict before it starts. So the combination, the right combination therefore is RQSP, and it is the option C. Therefore your answer is option C. Next sentence. Again, the party that received of the government and must take control will not be used in the beginning of the sentence. So it should be a majority of the vote. All right. And the only combination is PSRQ here, starting with P, but we have to see if it's matching, if it's forming a correct sentence. So let's see. A majority of the vote, you see, must take control of the government, the party that received. Now you see, it's not matching. That's why I told you, before you write down the answer, you need to match. So therefore, it should not be the start of the sentence. Then let's take Q, the party that received. So let's take the party that received a majority of the vote must take control of the government. You see now that Q, P, S and R is the right combination, and that is the option A, not this one. So now option A is our answer. Okay, so just do not rush and do not take it for granted. Match the combination accordingly so that you are doubly sure before writing down the answer. Next question. Okay, again here, a referendum is a vote. We cannot start with can express a view on, in which the electorate. Okay, we can either start with a particular issue of public policy with R or S. So let's start with S. A referendum is a vote in which the electorate can express a view on a particular issue of public policy. See, easy and correct. SQPR. This is the combination. You have found that out in option A already. So this is our answer, option A. Next question. In modern societies or merely suppressed, has class conflict been resolved? Now, this is a tricky sentence because if it's a question, if it's a sentence, then there's a printing mistake in the question itself. Because in modern societies, class conflict has should be after class conflict. See, if I say in modern societies, class conflict has been resolved or merely suppressed, then it should be PRSQ, which we have got it here. But if it's not a printing mistake, and let's not take this as a printing mistake, but instead as a question, then it should be, has class conflict in modern societies been resolved or merely suppressed? Okay, this can be one of the question if it's a question, right? So then it should be RPSQ, option A. So you see, if it's a statement, it's option C. If it's a question, option A. Do not always think that it's a printing mistake and accordingly do it. So you can just go with the question itself. So according to the question, it should be option A, right? Next, several of a food are being extensively cultivated and vegetable crops, hybrid varieties of, are being extensively cultivated and vegetable crops. These cannot be the start of the sentence. It should either be S or P. Okay. So we can say, take S, let's say. Okay. Why? Because now also you can see in the combinations, in none of the combinations, P is there at the beginning of the sentence. There is only S. So we will take S and not P. So let's take S as the subject. Hybrid varieties of several of our food and vegetable crops are being extensively cultivated. So it is SPRQ. Okay. And that is option D. So your answer is option D here. Okay. Next one. So against the officer, reason for the accusation, who was in charge at that time, we can cross this two out. This cannot be the beginning of the sentence. Either it has to begin with Q or R. Now, here in these, nowhere Q is there at the beginning of the sentence. There are two combinations with R. So we will start with R. There should have been reason for the accusation against the officer who was in charge at that time. So here, who is the officer? So obviously PS will come one after the other, but it should be RQPS. Okay, option B. So this is our answer, option B. Okay, now we come to the next question. Poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings and ideas. This one was easy. So PSRQ. Okay, this is Option D again. So answer is option D. The last question from ordering of words in a sentence then in CDS 1 2020 English paper. So this is a little bit tricky, but historical identity and a common descent, this is not sounding good. A group of people, we can start with this. A group of people who share a common culture, comma, historical identity and common descent is called an ethnic group. So QSPR, this is our combination. So answer is option A. Okay, because there is another one starting with Q, and if you match this, it is not forming a right correct sentence. QRPS, a group of people is called an ethnic group, historical identity and a common descent who share a common culture, comma, ending with comma. This cannot be possible. So we are going with option A only. Okay. So like this you need to solve, not only just by following the rules of word order in a sentence, but also sometimes logically connecting the parts of a sentence together and double crossing it, double seeing it, double assuring it that if it's right or not. So these shortcut tips, tricks for the strategic way that we followed while we are solving the questions from ordering of words in a sentence here, and for the detailed explanations and thorough lectures and practice papers on this particular topic of ordering of words in a sentence, you can follow our website ssbcrackexams.com and you can subscribe to the courses and follow my lectures there. And not only that, you could also, if you have not subscribed now, you should do now right now, and you can use, don't forget to use this code warrior10 to an extra 10% discount on all courses. So hurry now and subscribe to ssbcrackexams.com for the limited period offers and attractive discounts. So fly high, achieve your dreams, serve your nation and make your country proud. Jai Hind.